the NBA, they didn't have the play-in tournament when you were around. And the play-in tournament is, hey, how do we get more important games at the end and try to make it more exciting for TV partners to get more money that we can then spread out to players and ourselves? I'm all in. Exciting games, getting anyone to play. I always laugh at load management because you would, if you could, you'd play 83 games a year. I cannot imagine you sitting out ever. What do you think of the play-in tournament? Are you a fan because it keeps more teams in, or do you think that we're rewarding mediocrity?
That's a good question because I was watching something the other day, and the commentator said, "Can you really believe that we're talking about somebody being in 10th place and talking about the playoffs? You know what I mean, or them potentially being in the playoffs?" And I think it's good for the game in a sense that you still have teams that can still potentially be good teams, and maybe they were impacted by injuries by a key player throughout the early part of the season, and the key player gets back, so they have an opportunity to actually participate in a route to the playoffs, not necessarily win a championship. We'll see how long it lasts, you know what I mean, and interest and everything like that, especially from the player standpoint and also from the viewer standpoint. And now that you got gambling involved in all of this, I think it really impacts the game and the money that's a part of the game as well. But I think that's something we all have to watch because the intersection and the conversation and the relationship between the fan and the bettor and also the player, I think that can get contentious at some point. So,
Well, you're seeing more players talk about it. You saw PJ Tucker. You see players saying, listen, I don't like hearing from fans that I need to hit another three-pointer, and then they're angry when we're up 12 and we only win by 10 and the line is 11. I think the leagues, it's changed a lot since you and I were there.
Yeah.
The fact is they're in bed with gambling and with the gambling companies, and these are part of the growing pains because it's not going anywhere. And so thinking that it will is a fool's folly. So the question is, what can change or how will it evolve? And the thing is about individual prop bets, can you imagine while you were playing thinking about where your prop bet number was and hearing, because players always say that they don't hear the fans, but I know for a fact, of course they do. You can hear what people are yelling at you on the court. I can only imagine what your reaction would be to someone being unhappy with your number of rebounds or points in a game, but also understanding from a business side why the NBA is calling it the Emirates play-in tournament. There's so much money now that it's unavoidable, Jamal.
Yeah, it's unavoidable, and the part that kind of that makes it kind of difficult is, I have a son that plays in college basketball as well, and he's entered in the transfer portal. He gets direct messages sometimes from fans who are talking about he screwed up their parlay or whatever it is and different things like that. And that's unfortunate for kids to be dealing with it. But let's call it what it is. College sports has become professional sport and has been for a long period of time. But we just have this tie to amateurism in our colleges and our relationship to that college and also the kids and different things like that. But it's been professional sports, and players do hear what fans have to say and different things like that. We try to tune certain things out for sure as you're out there on that court or the field or anything like that. But we'll see where it shakes out at, amongst fans and different things like that when betting is concerned. But it's a big revenue generator for the league.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.